Levels are good. Good over there. Nice and comfortable and everything like that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is another installment of the I Can't Make This Up podcast. I am your host, the Landover Legend, aka Big T, and I'm here with a very good friend of mine. This person is like family to me. She is a mother, another black woman who I consider what I consider our superheroes out here. She got a nice little mini tribe. She can give Chris Brown a run for his money when it comes to dancing.
Tell him.
And, she got a mean right hook. I'm not saying she hit me, but I seen her hit people, and I was like, I'm glad it wasn't me. So I'm not calling her violent. I'm just saying, run. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for today, Keyana.
Hello.
Hey.
Or Yanni. Well, you don't really call me Yanni. You don't know me since running around the yard, so.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking to look her up, good people, you can find her on many different platforms, but I'll let her drop that information herself. I don't want to seem like a, rude host or nothing like that,
I'm on everything, but mostly Instagram is just type in Yanni with a bunch of eyes, I'll pop up because that's just too many eyes to say. On Twitter, Yanni what, Yanni who, and I think Facebook that can stay off because that's like family. So you're like a whole other person when you're on Facebook.
Exactly. I don't blame you and I don't fault you.
Mm-hmm.
For those who are just tuning in for the first time, this is the I Can't Make This Up podcast. It's a conversation and a platform I created for me and my guests to have dope conversations. Talk about everyday life events and, share our life stories, experiences. We might drop some jewels that might help somebody, or we might bring laughter to somebody who's having a fucked up day.
Hope it's all smiles, though.
Yeah, that's the goal. I'm not here to piss nobody off or trigger nobody. I'm here to make sure that everyone leave, if not happier, at least the same before they got here.
True.
So why don't you tell my listeners a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, my mom of 5, I'm 30. Jeez.
30.
When I say that, my whole, actually waiting up until this point, my heart be palpitating when you say 30. And now that I'm here, I think my back hurt now. Like, Jesus, 30. Just out here and making it, especially like in the times we're in right now, stressed out, virtual learning. Just trying to keep a level head. I went to Morgan State. Wish I would have graduated, but I'm in the tech. So all my IT people out there making that IT money. Yeah, I'm chill, funny.
Okay.
Probably a little attitude problem here and there, but
Well, you put it out there, not me.
all the way around a good person, though, nonetheless.
Okay. Why Morgan State?
For real, when I actually went to the campus, I just felt like I was going to be here. Like, I want to go here. But in hindsight, like, living life now, I wish my ass would have went away to school. Like,
out of state?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I just wanted to stay home because it was more comfortable for me instead of leaving because you know how I am about my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So, but really, I wish someone would have pushed me more to just be like, leave. Because a lot of things I've seen for myself would have been way different if I would have just let home be at home and then me being at school.
Okay. What would you say would be your greatest take from going to Morgan?
Hell, that was my freshman year. I don't really think I took away any goddamn thing.
Okay.
Dude, I wasn't. You know me, y'all ain't let me jump off the porch at all. So, finally got off the daggone porch, jumped down, and hell, I don't know where the hell I was at. Dude, I don't know. I guess I learned that I am very more responsible than I give myself credit for.
Okay.
I guess I afraid to grow up at that time because, you're a freshman, you're only 18. So, but I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. I ain't got no real big takeaway because I was only there for a year, and then I left because I got pregnant with Kari. So,
yeah.
Well, that's not real reason I left, but yeah.
All right. You ever thought about going back to continue your education?
Right now I'm enrolled in UM, well, which was UC, but now they changed it to UMGC. Trying to get my degree in computer cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity.
I
Okay.
mean, I really don't need a degree in that, but I only want the degree because as a woman in tech, they want more women, but I want the degree so that they can't try to pay me less than a man because they will do that.
Okay. So basically, nowadays you see a lot of talk about inclusion programs when it comes to certain job fields.
Mm.
So it's best to take advantage at times like this
Yeah,
with
because it's
everything going on.
nothing to do. I mean, I'm dabbling right now, trying to start my own, business and start my own thing. I mean, I feel like right now is a really good time for people to figure out like what they're good at, their own craft or something for a good side hustle. So right now, I just got my book, my ideas, how I'm about to execute. So it's a lot of stuff in working progress. And, I'm a mother of like a basketball team, so like baby steps at a time.
You mentioned a book. This is a book about your life.
No, I have like a book that like a journal that I write a lot of my ideas or things that I want to do, and everything is on YouTube. So you go on YouTube and look up, kind of the stuff that you need, then start pricing it, then writing the price. So just like trying to get everything on paper, so that when it come down to actually trying to execute what I do want to do, I'm not looking all over the place, like trying to figure out, well, where do I need to go for this? Where I need to go for this? Like find my vendors, find my price points, get the prices for what I want together, so that when I do have it out there, it's not a mess.
Understandable. I can say without a doubt that anybody who wasted this quote unquote break that we kind of took from normalcy over the past 6 months and didn't take advantage of the opportunities that was given is a fool, and there's no excuse. Like, if you don't come out of 2020 with a new version of yourself or something new, educational background, a new skill, a new line of credit, anything, anything
outlook
that
on life, period. Like,
you're wasting your potential. You're wasting someone else's opportunity to grow.
Yeah,
instead of be stagnant. So that's
there's
just
a lot
my
of money
opinion.
out here because you would have thought that a lot of stuff would have stopped with being with like outside is closed in a sense, but everybody's still moving. Everybody's still doing what they're doing, making transactions. There's still money to be made. It's probably a little harder to get it now because people aren't getting the income that they're used to, but it's so many ways to try to figure out a side hustle on top of what it is that you already want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so much money out here. I seen a post that said something about, it was a picture of the bread aisle. So many different types of bread, but it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many options for one item, so everybody can get out here and eat. So that's definitely what I'm taking away from 2020.
I agree. Let me ask you a question. Back in March when they announced the quarantine, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
Oh, I got to work from home. I got to take the train. Matter of fact, I told them I'm not taking the train. I was like, there's too many people you gotta be around in one sitting during the day. I just thought, like, all right, we get to stay home. I probably was a little frustrated when I realized the kids got sent home too. So, I was upset about that.
Okay,
But
that was threw a
that was the trigger for me.
yeah.
Like, damn.
Threw a monkey wrench in your
Because I was already at home before, like when all this was starting to, the speculations and what is to come and stuff like that was coming around. I was like, all right, I'm about to start working from home now because the train, I can't do it. Like when you literally was sitting on a daggone train, it is so funny when you sitting next to somebody trying not to cough.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just looking like, okay, please don't cough. It's trying times right now. Like, you can't cough. You can barely breathe right now. Do not cough. Like, I was like, nah, I can't do it because you're just sitting here worried about, like, who got germs. You don't know what's going on. And then I was like, dang, I'm going to be able to be home by myself. Some silence, And then they said, sending the kids home. And I was like, damn. Are y'all sure?
Can we talk about this?
Yeah, can we revisit? Like, are you sure? Shoot.
Okay, so I guess the next thing I could say is when you realize you became their teacher, how did that affect you?
I realized I ain't no damn teacher. Okay? Not nobody teacher. And then I flashed back to my father like, this is why I'm not a teacher. This is why I'm not no damn teacher.
TB.
I'm like, yo, this is why I'm not a teacher. It made me flash back to when, he would try and teach me math. Now, mind you, he's an electrician, so he good at math, in a sense. Like,
you said
in a sense. Yeah, because, like, a little tricky with his subject. I love you, Daddy. Put that out there. I love you. But he trying to teach me math, and at the end of the day, he instilling the fear of God in me instead of math. Because I'm like, 2 + 2, and then you just looking at him like, it's 4, but nigga, I don't know if I really want to say 4. Like, really, what is the answer? He bought this VTech. He used to make me sit in front of this damn VTech for hours doing multiplication, bruh. It was just the worst. Like, one of them parents, like, if you ain't get this answer, you probably gonna get your ass whooped. So, I ain't got the patience. Do not have the patience for it, but by God, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's the worst thing. Like, they could have put way more money into getting these kids better school materials. Like, I work in tech, so you could have got the kids Dells. Like, you got them Dell laptops with Dell support, where the internet will move better. These daggone Chromebooks are trash. Like, the first week, just horrible. Everybody trying to get on Zoom. Zoom ain't working. Zoom crashing. I'm tech support and trying to be a teacher. It's like, it's horrible. Like, I love kids to death, but they're going to be dumb when they go back to school because they are not paying attention. They are not. They're literally sitting in front of these daggone cameras, letting the teacher talk. They're doing the assignments, but there's nothing. They're not grasping nothing. And then I feel more bad, like, for parents like me who have a child, like, with special needs, because my second oldest is autistic. He is not paying attention to none of this. He's literally sitting in front of this computer, like, he'll answer a question. I'm doing the work. And it's hard to give them the services that they need. So, I don't know. I feel like all summer they definitely should have been really trying to figure out a good plan, because I feel like the plan is just not it. So.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that, a lot of parents like yourself have been voicing their opinions about this. And, I mean, I don't know, because I don't go to parent meetings or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. Have they even implemented any steps, any type of course corrections for what they've been doing?
I think they're starting to test the kids, like, that have special needs with, as far as, them using the computers and where they're going to be. But it's not real. It's just all a fail to me. Because now they're back on the actual grading policy, because last year when they sent them home, it was either a pass or incomplete. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there needs to be some type of leeway, especially for the parents that have to work, because I couldn't see myself, like, doing homework at nighttime, trying to get my kid to finish work. And mind you, I have a 5th, 4th, 3rd grader and 2 toddlers. So how much attention do you really think I can give one child individually? Like, and then they can't even really give children attention individually anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, my son's old teachers, they would swap, because they go to a Chinese immersion school. So they're learning math and science and Chinese. So he would be sitting with the math teacher when they're doing reading so that he can better grasp it. But now it's like, now I'm on everybody's ass. Like, how are we going to fix this? Because you're not going to fail my kids. Like, kids are going to be kids. They're not college kids. They're treating them like college kids, I feel like, in an opinion. You can't think a child is going to do what you think they're supposed to do during independent study. These kids ready to get off the computer so they can get to their phones and do everything else, not sit here and try to go finish some work for 30 minutes. Like, so, I don't know. Yeah. When we get these meetings popping, they'll see how I really feel about all of this.
Yeah, I've been seeing your posts on Facebook, and I was like, you look like you need a avenue to vent, because I obviously look like you've been holding it in.
I'm telling you. If you see me drunk at 12 o'clock, don't judge me, mind your business, okay? It's a lot. I'm the lunch lady, before and after care. That's why I said, Lord, if I was supposed to be before and after care and a daggone daycare provider, I just wish he would have let me know that early on ahead so I could have been studying for all of that, because I'm ready to stand outside my house. They can have a house at this point. I'm just be outside.
I think that we live in a society full of reactional people instead of preparatory. Like, why are we always reacting to things? Why aren't we preparing for scenarios like this?
That's true. Yeah, because nobody saw it coming. But even on top of that, when it did get here, people was dragging their feet. It's like nobody assumed that the kids would get sent home. And then you have, like, jobs that are not assuming that, okay, people might not be able to come to work. Why did no one prepare for this? And then, I mean, we won't get into politics, but you see the leadership going on. So I guess, like, everybody was following suit what he was doing. He think everything should be fine. And then now look, if I feel like you look at all the other countries and how they're slowly bouncing back and straight. If we literally would have, how they scared us into we need to get food for 2 weeks because everything's going to be closing. If everything literally closed, I feel like we probably wouldn't be really where we are right now. I think things would be so much better if we were actually to sit still like we were supposed to. Like, can you imagine during that whole time? I don't even like the grocery store, but I was going to the grocery store because that was something to do. Like, let me get out the house. Everybody goes to the grocery store. So you're not stopping no type of cross-contamination. People go to the grocery store. Now, if you would have closed the grocery store and people would have really had to get the stuff they were supposed to get and sit for 2 weeks, then I think people would have been okay. I think we would have been straight.
It was a catch-22 for a lot of people because everyone doesn't have the luxury of being able to fill up their pantry and their refrigerator, enough for 2 weeks. Some people live in check by check or day by day.
That's true.
And when those opportunities or those, permissions weren't granted anymore, it was like, what are you going to do? I mean,
they was handing out food stamps like it was nothing now. Because at first, Maryland real tight on giving out food stamps to anybody. Mm-hmm. But like you said, prepping. You could have distributed cards to everyone, or made it so that people get, like, hey, used to do the food stamps back in the day, paper vouchers where everyone can go get certain types of food, canned goods, this and this, where you and your household should be good for this said amount of time. Or even still, like, everything did shut down. Only one person from each household should have been able to go at a certain time to a grocery store or something. Like, it should have been a way to figure out how to cut down on so much traffic. And the people who have to do dialysis, to me, were the only people that should have been able to go and have to get service like anybody with like a medical need or something. But yeah, they could have figured this stuff out. I mean, everybody have the conspiracies and all that stuff. Some of it it makes sense. Some of it just be like, okay, y'all don't got nothing to talk about. But it's just, I don't know. I think in my 30 years of living, a pandemic like this, because we've been through pandemics before. Mm-hmm. I never thought it would probably get to this magnitude, because we was a swine flu and the Zika virus or whatever with the heads and stuff like. Because I was pregnant during that time, so I thought my kid's head was about to come out crazy, like. Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't think it would be this bad, so.
So at this point, I think everyone's pretty much on the realization that this is the new normal.
Yeah, probably for the next 2 years.
Yeah. I always said to myself, you gotta go with the flow, and you also gotta change with the times. Unfortunately, our changing only change, only varies, you know, laterally sometimes. Like, yeah, we take steps to prevent stuff like this from happening again, but we move so slowly, or we move at a snail's pace, or we just make wrong decisions.
Yeah.
I think that the figurehead that we have in Washington is one of those things.
When I heard that he knew how bad it was going to be and how he and what he did, coming up to this point, it's like, damn, like you really wanted all these people to die, like for real, because right then and there, when he found out that it was supposed to be as bad as it is right now, they should have been doing their job to protect their people. But people treating people's lives like businesses is ridiculous. Like, people really care more about a dollar than people's safety. Like, that is nuts.
Unfortunately, that's human nature.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a couple people I'll probably pick a dollar over them any day, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, what do you do with the kids when you're not educating them to, kind of put them at ease, or, put their mind off the fact that they're stuck in the house? Like, what type do y'all do? Game nights or?
At this point, I ain't gonna hold you. They do whatever they want to do. Like, at one point, when they first got out, after a while, I just started letting them drop whenever they drop. Like, go to sleep. Just sleep. I'm probably going to sleep before all of them, because it was just like, it really was nothing to do. And the small one's not about to keep the masks on, so it's kind of hard to travel and go do things with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So just find stuff to do in the house, and like you see, I make sure I come to my grandmother's house every Sunday because they look forward to doing stuff like that. But I mean, when we get a chance to step out and do something, or like, go to family members' houses, or let them go stay the night at the cousin's house, I let them do it just so they can get out, so they can do something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's things to do now, but I don't know. Just like, kids are dirty. They are so nasty.
I mean,
I ain't gonna hold you. My kids have not been sick since they've been out of school. This is the only positive. Like, especially the little ones in daycare, they have not been sick at all.
Did you gain any type of new anxieties when worrying about their health through the quarantine?
I'm just like, was more so concerned, like, if going out and them getting sick. Like, I just didn't want them to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wasn't taking them nowhere major, because I stopped taking them to the grocery store a long time ago. So
okay, as a stress reliever.
Yes, I'm taking them down. I'm not sitting in there and don't touch nothing. We ain't doing those fallouts. And then this new little generation, these 3 and 4 year olds, is a new whole breed. Like, everything under that, I don't know what's in the water with these young kids, but
you got to remember, they come from you, so
I don't feel like I acted like anything like them. I don't know.
So, what's one of the things you miss from the old world?
Well, I can't really say traveling, because I'm supposed to go to Vegas next month, but I had like so many trips lined up, because I had just started a new job, more money, so I'm like, yeah, I'm about to be out here, like, canceled, more cancellations and cancellations. Like, I miss just going out freely, instead of worrying about, like, okay, you don't want to touch that, you don't want to be next to this person. Like, I feel like now you be like a super germ, I feel like germs, like, you just, you real worried. Like, you don't want to be in big groups no more. Like, all the fun stuff that you possibly could do, you really can't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see how in the world all them people was at that daggone pool party, because I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
What, compound?
It was some pool party that I forgot where it was at. I don't know. Some mansion pool party that had not that long ago, but it was so many people and not a mask in sight.
Oh, there are people in America that don't care, and they clearly are willing to risk it all that's fine for them,
Mm-hmm.
but you take consideration out of a lot of other people's lives. Like you put other people at risk when you create situations where there's a lot of cross contamination.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine if you want to do that yourself, but you got to consider the people that you come in contact with on a
Yeah.
daily basis.
I feel like family, I be around my family all day versus these people you really don't even know and you don't know where they are, who they hang with, what do they be doing out here? Do they even wash their hands and stuff? Like, mm. But I just miss just like moving around, just like without a care, especially like going out and taking my kids to do stuff because I had plans to do things with them, and it's like, dang, now I have to wait because I don't want them to get sick. I couldn't imagine like hearing what they say COVID does, and then watching my child have to go through that. Even the people who like are non-symptomatic, like it's just still, I just couldn't imagine it. The things that I have seen my kids go through when they were small, like being in the hospital and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't even imagine my kids having to get poked up and all that. Hell no.
Have you taken the test?
Mm-mm.
I did.
What is it?
I mean, of course, I came back negative.
What is that?
But
you took the first one where they stuck it all the way up your nose?
Mm-hmm. I took it back in June when I went for a physical.
How was that?
I teared up.
Mm-hmm.
It was not fun. I think the nurse tried to be funny and was like, I want you to relax. I'm going to put it up, whatever the technical term was, for halfway through my brain. And she did it when she was talking to throw me off because she seen me kind of lean back and like kind of go for her hand. Because the Q-tip was like this big. So I felt like I was in Nightmare on Elm Street or some shit. And she was Freddy with the mask on, like, and then I was like, and like that tear came out, and it flashed back to when I was younger. And like when my mother used to watch all of us, and you couldn't let that tear drop.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't trying to let the tear drop.
Right.
And I was like, you got it yet? Okay.
Yeah, no, I remember them days.
Yeah.
Step from the porch, come around to this one, you crying, and you stop crying till you get to the front of your step. Just suck that on. Stop crying real quick, because you already knew what type of time it was. You come in here, you better be smiling. I don't care what you hurt your toe, stump your pinky toe, you better act like that shit don't hurt. Don't you bring no crying up in Miss B house.
Yeah. So, and then they decided to, come up with the second generation test that was nowhere near as painful.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed that. So, that's just my luck, though.
Right.
I got the type of luck that black cats be like, damn.
Did you do it just because you wanted to do it or because of work?
No, I did it because, as a frontline worker, like I was out there being exposed to people every day.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I was social distancing and everything, but then I go into like certain places, no mask.
Yeah.
Everybody crammed in, one space. I'm just like, oh, okay, y'all really don't care. Y'all trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And one of the worst things about it, and not to sound like money hungry or nothing, but I know for a fact that my company that I'm currently employed with, motherfuckers, they got that grant for hazard pay, and they put that shit in their bottom line instead of paying our workers. Their workers as well. And they was like, we just glad that we didn't have to lay anybody off, and if we did, you guys would be compensated. I said, I bet we would, with that X amount of dollars you got to, pat our pockets like y'all got.
That's crazy. I felt bad for like the people that like you like actually have to go out here, but the companies don't want to pay you for risking your health to be out here. Like we making you money. Like what they have to pay people to work is not nearly as much as the money that they're really making. And so it's crazy that they just can't even pay people. Like the people in the grocery stores, they should pay them. Like nurses, all of them. But I don't know. Like you said, people care more about having bigger pockets than people's health because it's like, oh, well, she gets sick, she got to go. We're going to replace her. There's so many people looking for jobs right now. So
exactly,
which is a horrible mindset. Like you have people out here who have bills, so they're going to work while you're at home in your nice house that probably got a bowling alley and some more shit. When you ain't bored, you got something to do. And us right here.
You ain't living check to check.
Not at all. Not at all. They probably mad because they can't take their family vacations like they probably normally do for the summer. They had to sit still. But still, can you imagine these corporations, their backyards are probably awesome. Our backyards are what it is. Like, there's nothing back there.
You know, they reported that Jeff Bezos made like, I don't know, $32 billion back in July, August, something like that. And they was like, you could take a percentage of that and end homelessness for the entire world. And you sit back and think, like, he could literally give damn near every citizen in America $100,000, and it would just be a drop in the hat, tax write-off, whatever the fuck it is to him.
Yeah, one man, all that money, what do you do with it? I mean, he's smart. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, they always say behind every great fortune is a great crime. I'm not saying that, you know, he's a criminal. I'm just saying that you don't make that much money without fucking somebody over.
That's true.
You know, so I'm not going to dig into it because he got enough money to make a person like me disappear. You know what I'm saying? But...
you know, he gonna stop people looking into me. Yeah,
so, let me ask you a question. If you was blessed with like $1 billion, what would be the first thing you would do?
Probably give my grandmother's money, like both of them, just break them off.
Okay. What would be the item you would just blow money on? And I ain't talking about like buying a house. I mean like just a ridiculous purchase.
A stupid ass purchase? I don't know. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know. I take my whole family on vacation wouldn't be ridiculous.
Okay.
I don't really like ridiculous shit. So... only thing I could think of is I probably would buy the same pair of shoes over and over in different colors, some stupid shit like that, or just buy a bunch of clothes that I know I ain't going to wear because I buy clothes now that I don't wear. So I know for a fact I'll probably be on the internet just buying shit that I just like. This not even my steez. I'm gonna buy it anyway because I got it. Like, yeah. Ball out on some clothes. Like
Amazon will just be like, "Yeah, I'm back here. Where you want these boxes?
Right.
Put them in the garage.
Over there. Over there."
So basically, you said you would be like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. He took his whole family on vacation.
Yeah.
And they never said what this nigga did, and he had like a $500,000 house back in 1990.
When you watching that as a kid, you not even realizing, like, you see it as like, oh yeah, dang, that's a big house. But you ain't even think about, damn, what is the mortgage on that bitch? Like, and then you look at it now, like, that nigga must have been really doing something because he took him, I don't know if it was his brother or his wife's sister, but basically a whole nother family with the same amount of kids as y'all to Paris. And, like, who doing all of that? If I had the money, I would. Like, if I could, hell yeah, I would. Take my family. They don't know how to act, probably, but shit, still take their ass, like. That's something to do.
They was comfortable.
Definitely. The parents in first class, the kids in the fucking back. Coach, like.
That's ridiculous.
That's money. For business class, as they call it now. Fucking seats. Maybe I'm just poor. I don't know. But.
I guess what some people consider poor is a 6-figure income. Compared to what it seemed like what they had. They looked like they was close to 7 and doing very well for themselves.
But that be tripping me out now. Like, when you look at how, you know, all these other people are coming and moving in these ridiculous priced apartments like downtown. It's like, what the hell do y'all do for a living? Like, what do you people do? Like, where are these jobs at? So I can apply to. Because I'm trying to figure out how, like, all these people making practically six figures to be affording these $4,000, $5,000 a month rent on apartments that are as big as the apartments on Laurel. Like,
but if you do some research about those particular situations, they don't have to go through all the steps that people of color like ourselves have to go through.
That's very true.
There isn't a miraculous new fee added to it, or a scrupulous background check. And then a lot of those, families are, they have handed down credit,
so it's an automatic money.
Yeah, it's an automatic. I guess you could say okay with them when it's a scrupulous investigation on people of color.
Yeah,
so it's different for people who wasn't put in a position as a child or whatever to come into.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like I couldn't. My first apartment was like $700, and that was X amount of years ago. I'm not going to just say my age and everything, but I couldn't. I can't pay more. I mean, and the new normal is like minimum $1,200, and that's for one bedroom.
Yeah, and
that might not even be all utilities. Like you might have to pay two things, and that's affordable.
Yeah,
But then there's certain places that they consider condos when it's like less than 1,500 feet, and you paying $1,500 to $1,700.
Oh no, I've seen it. The nicest of little apartments, but they are so small, and then they're charging. You basically charging for the amenities, but it ain't even no real amenities. Like the rental office is the amenity. That part looks nice. But the daggone apartment is a whole daggone box, and you mean to tell me you want to charge me $1,500 for some marble counters, like, and all black appliances? Like, come on now, where's the space? Like, where's the goddamn space? And people like me who have children, and it's hard to find apartments, and it's hard to find places accommodating because everything's expensive. Like. Shoot, I just seen like I used to live around the Villages of Morgan. They went into new management, and I was just like, oh, let me see what the rent is like now, bruh. What I was paying is now like $2,000.
Damn,
that's crazy for right there. Like
y'all tripping.
2 racks.
Does that come with like a butler or
no
free gas?
And when I used to be so mad because this is my house. They're a trash can. Y'all charging me $25 to come get the trash that I can walk to the trash can. The trash is right there. Like, yes, they will pull the trash, and I was like, I really don't want to pay y'all for this. The trash can was right there where the TV is, like right there.
Wow.
Not far, like. And I still took my trash and still got charged for that because, like, it's no point to leave the trash right here just because y'all gonna come pick it up when the trash is literally the dump is right there. So that's what they call their amenities. Like somebody comes around to collect the trash, or they got a trash chute, or got a pool, but it's ridiculous. Over $2,000.
Okay.
Ridiculous. I was like, oh no.
So what's something that just like was off the wall that you experienced in the past 6 months?
I ain't been doing nothing too crazy. I would say the most like craziest thing that has happened to me would be like understanding the dynamic of friendships, I guess, and I will say that in heavy quotation.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I've been like, the last 6 months, a lot of good things have been happening for me, and then you see me hanging out with new people, which I thought, was a plus and stuff like that. Then just to come to find out, like, I've learned that when people show you who they are, you need to fucking believe that shit and don't ever think that it wouldn't happen to you like that.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I could definitely understand that. A lot of people don't understand the difference between friends,
Mm-hmm.
associates,
Mm-hmm.
and just people that's just around.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely. Like, yeah, I learned the lesson on that.
Okay.
So,
Look, we've all been there.
yeah, like, just thinking you finding your sisterhood. Like, when you be like, girl, you need to be giving people a trial and error basis. Like, and then you see little stuff, but you kind of ignore it because, you think, nah, they wouldn't do that to me or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then in the end, like, I already knew they did it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just catty stuff with women. I don't know. I just don't. I can't.
Yeah.
You would think at your grown age, like stuff will be different, but nah. So
Well, everyone doesn't see or doesn't really get grown until their eyes are like fully open.
yeah, that's true.
So a lot of people are shielded or coddled depending on who they've been around.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they get into like let's say their mid-20s,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like when you really get real life experience.
Mm.
So it took for me to be 26 to stop hanging around certain people, doing certain things, being more adult.
Yeah.
And realizing everything that I'm doing that's affecting my life, whether it be physically, financially,
Yeah.
credit wise, spiritually, whatever. So a lot of people don't get that.
Yeah.
But we were brought up under the scrupulation that a hard head makes a soft behind.
Definitely. And I fucking banged my head so many damn times like I don't understand English. So that definitely, like, I've learned the hard way multiple times to pretty much majority in my damn 20s, like learning the same lesson. That's why, like, now the space that I'm in, I just step back and be like, nah, a lot of stuff just not even worth it because you bring on so much stress
Mm-hmm.
to yourself when you just attach yourself to things that don't even matter to you. Like, everything isn't that as important as important as you think it is. Like, yeah, did I want to hang out with y'all? Yeah, but in hindsight, it's like if it got me feeling a certain way, sometimes when you see certain things or people do think like certain friendship isn't. It shouldn't have to ever be questioned. If that's your friend, you would know. You always know that's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, just learning, like, it's okay to let people go. It's okay to let things go. Shit will come back, or you will get something better.
It's the high school effect. Like when you in high school and you became a senior, you like, oh, the day has finally come.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to get out of here. I ain't got to see these teachers no more. I ain't got to worry about this school bus or whatever. And then on graduation day, you like, oh, I'm not gonna see these people every day.
Yeah.
You start reminiscing about good moments instead of the overall picture. And
Yeah.
people kind of take that feeling with them throughout life. So even when it come to, like, let's say like a bad relationship, you start highlighting the bad and overseeing and skipping over the good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
So it all depends on,
That's
how.
because it's so easy to hold on to bad stuff.
Yeah, because it's depending on your situation. If you normalize it,
Yeah.
people will get used to anything. If you stuck in a lease at an apartment and you can't afford to move, you'll get used to being in a messed up situation. And people do that with everything in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if all you know is bad and you're stuck around bad and you're being treated badly, you know what I'm saying? That's what your new normal is. So you get used to it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's a hard cycle to break out of through experience. So
Yeah.
that's very true.
Well, I know me. I don't need no more bad. I feel as though,
I'm done. I'm over it.
I feel as though
I'm good.
I get the flinching that bad when I even think it's coming. Like, you know what?
My spaz. Like, I don't need nothing else that ain't for me to be around me at all. Like, this past like year within itself, shoot, it's crazy how you look back at where you were last year at this time. So it's like, so glad to be where I am right now, especially headspace and all of that. Like, so glad. I don't want any more bad. I might run somebody over with my car.
You know, y'all can't see her right now, but she said it with a straight face and a stoic demeanor. The conviction that she whispered out when she said she was serious, she just don't want to let you know that she was serious, so you would take her lightly.
Oh, back that infinity right on up. Okay. Just take the whole bump off. The corner already messed up. Take the whole jump off. Okay.
Hey, I don't want that smoking. I don't think y'all want it either. And that's no bullshit. So, let me ask you this: what are you watching these days? What is your current binge?
I'm all over the place. I done finished Sister, Moesha. Still got to keep up with your Real Housewives of Potomac. Right now, though, because I've never fully watched The Office in order.
Okay.
I've always catch it in its random episodes. So that's what I'm watching right now.
Okay.
And I'll probably watch it again because it's that funny. Like,
after, what was it, season 7 when Michael left, it kind of went left, in my experience. But there's some funny highlighted scenes. But season 1 through 7 was pretty much funny as hell to me. Now, I can say that hands down, that was like one of my addictions at that time. But my taste for TV is like all over the place. Like, you ever watch Psych?
Yeah, I like that show's funny too.
Yeah, and when The Office was out, I think it was like around season 3 or 4. Psych had just came out. I was watching that. I was watching Supernatural. I was watching.
Dang, that's the old shows from like WB.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, Supernatural's in its 15th and final season right now.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It started in 2005. You know, so it all depends. Like currently, what did I just finish watching? Hoops. That crazy.
I didn't even watch that.
Yeah, it's a cartoon basketball jump.
I started it. I actually did it on Netflix. I did start it. It's by the same people who made F is for Family.
No. You ever watch The New Girl?
No.
Okay. Well, I think you should watch that. That's funny. It's dry humor, but it be crazy situations.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's something you should check out. But all right, have you seen that movie with Damon Wayans Jr.? Let's Be Cops.
I must be missing everything because hell no.
This came out years ago. Well, the guy that plays Nick on New Girl, he voices the main character who's the coach on the show Hoops.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that show is funny. Like,
yeah, that Jones is funny. I'm watching The Boys right now, season 2. That's crazy. So
I just be all over the place. Actually, excuse me, been really trying to get into like anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I finished. I love Sailor Moon, so I kind of rewatched all of that.
Okay. Inuyasha?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, with the red.
So okay. I started watching that.
Okay.
So, I think anime we have some good storylines if you find like the right show. Death Note? Yeah, I watched that.
Really?
I'm really upset that was it. I would have liked more of that.
Well, I'm not to put you out there or nothing like that or make myself a nerd, but a lot of people don't realize is that when it's only like short seasons for certain animes, that's all that was like approved and like they continue in like Japan, or it's still like the comic book, which they call manga.
Oh yeah, that is true because I tried to figure out why they didn't have the dub version for like the last season of Sailor Moon, and that's because they didn't give the license to whoever the Americans that do it. So
yeah, the production company.
Yeah, they didn't give them the license for it, so I would have to watch the entire season in subtitles.
Check out 7 Deadly Sins.
Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm deep in into the manga right now. So I'm like, all the way to the left. And I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. It might still be. Might be on Hulu. One Punch Man is pretty funny.
I think it is on Hulu.
Yeah.
I think Hulu got a good anime selection, actually.
Yeah. And you got Hulu?
Mm-hmm.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I heard of that too.
Yeah. That's my favorite anime right now.
Okay.
Okay. Not favorite anime of all time, but my favorite anime right now.
Like, I want to go to a convention and everything now. Like, when everything goes back, I'm just ready. I want to dress up and all that.
I'm not going to lie. Comic-Con messed up one of my date nights last year.
Oh, really?
Blew the shit out of me.
What happened?
Hold up. Was it last year? No, I'm sorry. It was Valentine's Day.
Dang.
Valentine's Day. Me and my girl at the time had reservations at the steakhouse at the Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And the reservation was for 8 o'clock. We get there at 7:15. We looking for parking, and there's people everywhere, dressed in like superhero costumes and like wrestling costumes. And I'm like, is there a party going on here? Like, what's it's cold? People are in shorts and shit. And I get to calling people. I'm like, hey man, you know why? People dress up like pirates and shit at the Harbor, and they like, yeah man, Comic-Con at the Gaylord. I'm like, motherfucker. They took up parking from there to like back up to St. Barnabas Road.
Damn.
And literally, people were, just everywhere. It almost took us like 45 minutes to park. By the time we parked or found some place to park, she was like, fuck it, let's just go to Fridays. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is some bullshit. So
she was over it. She said, fuck the steak. Let's go get Friday's food.
So, I mean, luckily for me, because it was a surprise, because of her work schedule at the time, she didn't know if she was going to get off early enough. So I had made reservations at like 3 different restaurants.
Okay. But
I was like, one's here, one's in Temple Hill, one's in Waldorf. I'm like, which one you want to go to? She was over it.
Yeah.
So
45 minutes riding around in the car, shit. 10 minutes, I would have been over that shit. Let's go. Let's go, because no. Yeah. I would have been like, fuck it. That's why, definitely, so stuff down there, you gotta know what's happening. Because if you want the Uber or do something elsewhere, because I would have been pissed at all the motherfuckers dressed up. Probably would have been just out the window with my finger, flipping in the bird, fuck all y'all right now.
Nah, but you know what? I wasn't trying to, act like it wasn't bothering me, but I was trying to keep her calm.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The patience thing, it could be, fleeting when it comes to certain women. So I was trying to so I was trying to ease the situation. So, as soon as I got to Fridays, I was like, cool, wait right here. Like, I already got a bottle and everything. So I was like, I'm about to get this cup of ice. I'll get you some chaser. I'll be right back. I go in there. I go straight up to the counter. I put a 20 in the guy's hand. I said, look, this is what I need. And I need this as soon as possible. I don't give a fuck what these people behind me are talking about. Can you make this happen for me? It's another 20 in for you. I got you. I'm telling you right now, and to God, I had my food within 25 minutes.
That's good.
So we was able to get out of there. I had told her that, look, let's just go get a room. You know what I'm saying, we could be comfortable. We ain't got to worry about going back to the other side of town. What she didn't know was that I already rented a suite and I had decked that joint out.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So I made the best out of the bad situation. It started out horrible.
Y'all not talking now?
Nah.
Fuck her, because she crazy.
But, yeah, so, it's just one of them things in life that just happens. So I'm not really worried about it, but Comic-Con is something I always wanted to go to, and like certain people, you don't want to go out of town by yourself. You want to enjoy the experience with somebody, friends. So at that time, when I was really pushing to go there, I was like, I'm gonna really try to get somebody to, go.
You gotta find you a group of people or something that's into that stuff.
Yeah,
this girl I'm with the school with, she's heavy into to that stuff. Like, I think she the one who probably got me into like Sailor Moon and stuff like
Well,
that.
pass her my information.
Oh,
So we could all go to Comic-Con in the future.
yeah, I'm trying to go. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I'm really trying. I'm gonna dress up. I don't know what character I'm gonna be, but I'm gonna find that shit on Amazon or something, because they be making they shit, and I ain't got time to be cutting and trying to sew, because the detail they put into them daggone costumes is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put a bandana on and go as myself. I might pull my shell out. I don't know.
Oh, dog. Well, yeah, that's a bet. I'm gonna look that shit up.
Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, TV right now, it's very, I don't want to say repetitive, but I don't really see anything new or innovative. Now, as far as content being made, like that's being streamed on like YouTube and shit, there's a lot of platforms that's like on the uprise from people doing stuff that any old person could do.
It's gonna be bad for like actors and actresses, because especially these like big corporations, and there's really gonna be no need for all of that stuff. Everything's about to be streamed.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, but look at it this way, right? A few months ago, I want to say it was like back in May, I was just having to put on like ESPN or C-SPAN. No, not C-SPAN, ESPN. And Baby Boy was on there. I was like, what? Why are they playing a movie on ESPN?
They really ran out of ideas when people couldn't come together to do no type of TV. That's the funniest thing. Like, it was nothing on TV. Nothing. And Baby Boy was probably on every channel there was. Like, it was nothing on television. It's
bad enough that that's already like a
BET staple.
Yeah, it's a dramedy that's been repeated so much that it's a comedy. No, it's not even a dramedy. It's a drama slash how would you put it? Hood movie. Yeah. But people look at it as a comedy now.
Yeah, you do laugh at it because you've seen it so much.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you follow All Def Digital?
Who?
Okay. We'll talk about it after the show. But have you ever seen like Roast Me on Facebook?
I'm trying to. So my dude he showed me this show that was on YouTube. And it's like a classroom setting, and it was Jonan on. That shit was hilarious. Like, yeah, that's funny.
Okay, so I discovered that about 2 years ago, and when you follow certain pages, people share stuff, and you find a lot of people that you end up like following or becoming fans of. So, All Def Digital was a company that Russell Simmons started X amount of years ago. And he brought in all these black comedians, content creators, and gave them the freedom to create, different shows on this platform. So, a lot of the people on it like gave me the inspiration to create this podcast.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people, particularly, was on that show. So the reason I bring it up is because one of the comedians on there is named Kev on Stage. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh yeah, that's the bald head one, right?
Yeah. So he started a Keep Your Distance comedy show. Now he already has like a big fan base, right? And they out there in California. And what he did was he set up a stage in the alley, and he's working with this TV studio or production studio to have like a crowd of people for like maybe 15 to 20 or whatever. Then he has comedians come in and he do their sets. He's also streaming it to like, 10,000, 20,000 people. How many people buy tickets? He created a platform for comedians to practice their material, and at the same time, found a way to get the club element out of, because you can't gather inside more than 10 people. So that right there, I see that becoming something that somebody else wants to purchase. You know what I'm saying? That idea. They already got certain comics and entertainers that are like doing outside shows. They're renting out drive-in movie theater lots and doing shows that way. So I told myself, I said, I've been wanting to. I've been wanting to do a TV show for a while.
Mm.
I'm in the process of writing the script, and I'm going to either sell the script or I'm going to shoot it myself and post it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Now, everything now is like the way the internet has taken over. The way you can just sell yourself is amazing. Like now, it's no longer you trying to go find this director or somebody to like, can you please take a look at my script, or like try to get them to view your stuff. Like if you sell yourself well enough and promote and get your stuff out there to get people to view your content, that's it. It'll take off. Like because these people are getting like discovered through the internet. You just have to have like the right platform and patience. Because all it's going to take is that one person to share your stuff. And then everybody's going to be, oh, we want more, we want more, we want more.
Look at Ryan's Toys review. It's a kid who plays with toys.
Yes. And get paid.
Then
that little boy got money.
Then he came out with toys and they was cheap as hell. And people bought them. He had a deal with Walmart. I'm just like, I'm a grown man. I could play with toys. I could talk about it a lot better than him. The only difference is that all these kids are sitting in front of the the screen watching.
Yes, kids are just, and that's where they're seeing everything. YouTube. Man. YouTube is back all the way up here because that's all kids do. They watch other kids play with toys. I don't understand that madness, but that's all they do. And their faces are in front of screens. Mm-hmm. So they don't even realize like how much opportunity that they have. Like we didn't have this growing up, and like even trying to get ourselves out there, it was not like I mean the internet was there, but
we didn't.
People who
like
were
that.
able to Soldier Boy and all of them were able to make something of like YouTube and all that other stuff. If we would have knew how big the internet was going to be, a lot of us probably could have bagged right now.
Remember when people first started talking about Bitcoins that you could buy for like 10 cents? Mm-hmm. Imagine if we actually put money into that.
Exactly.
Like literally, you could have put $100 into Bitcoin 15 years ago or however long ago when it first rumored. And I probably wouldn't be here right now physically in this house. I would be in my estate, possibly, or one of my businesses that I plan on starting, or like I plan on doing, Landover Legend Studios. I'll be shooting my podcast from there.
That's good. I mean, it's all you gotta start somewhere. It's always about the vision. Put that shit up on a board, make your list, check that shit off, and make it happen. Like
consistency,
definitely.
Being consistent is key, and a lot of people are hesitant to, be, berated or have people give criticism or whatever. People are going to hate. People are going to show love. You got to be careful. You have to be, aware of your own self and how you want things to go. Because if you go through life expecting people to always accept you or, want to uplift you, you'll never get anywhere.
You're going to be disappointed. Because I just said, like, people shouldn't be discouraged when they see people around them doing things that they wanted to do. Mm. Like, so many people out here doing the same exact thing. The same exact thing. But just because you want to do it now doesn't mean make any less of your idea than the thousands of people that have done it before you. So you just got to stick to whatever your craft is, study it, show what yours sets apart from everybody else, and just keep at it. And it'll do what it's supposed to do. But people are so scared to do things because they're worried about, like, oh, well, this person's going to say, just do it. If that's what you're passionate about, that's what you want to do, just do it.
So, what's one of the things that you stream that other people say is stupid?
That I stream that says dumb?
Yeah, like, something that I think is a waste of time, but people are fascinated by it, like, obsessed, is mukbangs. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get the obsession of watching other people eat food.
I like it. I don't know why, but it make me hungry, so I start watching it. Like, I be like, damn, that seafood looks so good, dog. That looks so good. But then I just be like, man, turn this shit off. That looks stupid watching this lady eat this goddamn, because I can taste it in my mouth, but I ain't even eating this shit. Like, yeah, no, that probably would be the dumbest thing that I probably watch from time to time. I don't watch it all the time, but definitely have Beloved's life saved in my YouTube channels.
Okay.
I watch a lot of, like, I don't know, waxing, like eyebrow stuff, makeup stuff.
Okay.
What's like another guilty pleasure that I just probably watch on YouTube? It just be so stupid and random. Like, I don't know, just like the little common stuff that just be dumb as hell. Be somebody cutting that type of paper or something, but the sound just like, I don't know, it just real calm. Like, I watch like stupid stuff like that, pour paint on something, like, it's stupid, but
sometimes, don't judge me. I watch like the Doctor Pimple Popper.
Yeah, I've seen
I don't know why I like watching it. It's just
disgusting,
like,
but
yeah, it is very, like, I always cringe, but I always watch the next video.
Yeah.
Like, what is going to come out this person?
It's
like,
crazy. Like, yeah, I seen my son. I seen his TikTok. He did a mukbang. Like,
hold on.
You already know who.
Hold on.
He did want eating noodles. All you see him doing. Like, that's all you see him doing. I was dying laughing. Like, I know he not doing that. Like, I know he not.
He got a TikTok?
Yeah.
How many followers he got?
I don't know what number page this is because he can't remember his password.
Oh, my God.
But they all got TikToks. Like, I don't think Kari got one. But I know Kiari and Amari doing, all they do is stand there and do them dumb dances all day. And I was like, y'all don't care about lighting. Because some of these videos, I'm like, it's dark. You can't even see you. Like, what? Man, these kids. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a TikTok. I'm not a challenge person or a person.
I have one, but I don't really do it like that. Like, I have it because I follow them.
Yeah.
But I be trying to get into it, like, want to learn something to do it with dance. I tried to do the little Chloe and Haley Do It dance, learn that. I got hot. I was like, I gotta sit down. I was like, I ain't young no more. I gotta chill. I gotta relax.
I go through my Instagram stories sometimes, and I literally forget how old I am and where I'm at in life when I see my nephews like in the studios with mustaches and smoking weed and shit, and I'm like, I used to pick y'all up from daycare,
right?
Like after school, like. So, I'm about to embarrass myself. Omar Maktar. They had to been 6, 7, 8, somewhere around that age group. I don't remember. But years ago, this is back when they father went to Africa for the summer, and I had them all summer. And it was a high stressful situation.
But that was a busy summer. That was bad.
I was getting off work. I was working 10-hour shifts. I had to go pick them up from daycare, take them back home, do homework, make sure they clean up because they messed up the house every day.
Yeah, they was busy.
And then make sure they got to bed, and then had to drop them off to school in the morning. Like, I was like a full-time parent, and I wasn't responsible for them being born, so I felt some type of way. I was Uncle of the Year, and they still haven't come up with an official Uncle's Day. I need that shit.
I'm pretty sure it is, because grandparents got it. It just passed. I don't remember what day it was, but...
Well, I'm going to Google that shit when I get out of here. But one day I picked him up, and I went to Kevin's house. I went to go talk to him about something, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But anyway... Fast forward, I got them sitting in the car while I'm talking to him, sitting on his porch. And I could see out the corner of my eye that these little bad motherfuckers, they way out the back seat, or Omar did, not Macdar. And he rolled the windows up and locked the doors. And I had an old school car. It was like an '89 Celebrity or something like that.
God.
So
What
it had the crank window shaft and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sit down. You know how you get that threat from 10 feet away, and they get that stern face, and you think they got the point, but they don't.
Yeah.
So I go back. I'm talking to Kevin. I just hear clunk. Wait a minute. I turn around, and my car is rolling backwards.
Oh, my God.
So instinct took over. I jumped off of his porch, onto the sidewalk, and then onto my car. And Omar is just staring while the car is moving. He thinking he's driving. Macdar's in the back seat laughing. And I'm telling him to stop the car like his foot's going to reach the pedal.
Oh,
like he's standing in the seat. I'm getting dragged by my own vehicle trying to slow it down. And I look back and Kevin's laughing on the porch. I'm like,
bruh, help.
I'm like, help me. Help me. My car jumps the curve and hits a tree and stops, right?
Oh, my God.
Not much with a dent in my trunk. And the kids was okay. And then once the car stopped, that's when I seen Kevin, not jogging, not running, but walking towards me. I'm like, bruh. He's like, dog, when I seen you jump off my porch, I instantly bust out laughing. He said, I never seen you move that fast. I said, did you not see what just happened?
I would have liked to see that shit, too. How fast you fucking come up off the porch.
I bet you would have.
Yeah,
you probably would have instantly laughed,
I would have died, too, myself. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you.
That shit blew me, but I knew then and there to, let them sweat from now on and not let them breathe in the car if I leave them in there.
That is funny. I did that, though, before. I ain't locked the doors. It was an accident. I remember. Right there in my grandmother's driveway, in my father's car, he had this thing. I think it was a fake alarm or something.
Okay.
But it was right behind the shift.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pulling it. And I pulled it and I hit the shift. And the car started rolling back. And I just, like that. And I was like, oh, it scared me because, like, I ain't realized, like, what was going on or whatever. But he hurried up and hopped in the car. I think he damn near, like, sat on me for real. But hopped in the car and hit the emergency brake and stopped. That shit was crazy. That would be my second brush with death right here. Because, remember, we came back from South Carolina. We was living there at one point when I was real little.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother pulled up and she was across the street. And I ran across the street. Just ran.
Oh, shit.
Like.
Just avoiding traffic.
I don't even know if any cars was coming or if it, I don't know. I just remember they told me, yeah, you was damn near about to be a goner. Like, it just ran. I seen my grandmother and just took off.
Guardian angel.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't that lucky. I remember when I turned 8 and I had got this sky blue bike with a banana seat. 8th birthday. It wasn't brand new. It was like fresh for a thrift store bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm riding up and down the block enjoying my little life. And I'm like, man, can't nothing beat this. And on this street, or at least for us, you can go from one end to the other. But if you bent that corner,
that's trouble. You better not bend the corner.
So I'm going down towards the bus stop, and I'm pedaling my life away. And when you get to a certain point and your pedals is vertically, you know what I'm saying? So you got to press back to slow down.
Yeah.
And I messed around and misjudged and went forward. Bike went into the street. All I saw was a green car and then waking up to an ambulance driver waking me up and Sherry yelling, like, Terrence, you okay? And I'm like, my head hurt. So, literally, I got hit.
Damn. I was really little then because I don't remember this.
So, this was 93.
Yeah, I was 3 years old.
So, fall of 93, I get hit. The guy pulls off, didn't stop for nothing.
Damn, left your ass dead.
Hit one driver.
That's fucked up. How you gonna hit a child and going ghost on his ass?
And my mother was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I don't know. How's my bike?" And she's like, "Your bike?" I'm like, "I just got the bike. It was ruined."
That nigga said, "Fuck it, I'm alive with my bike."
And you know what? Technically, I made a mistake, but you know, I didn't hit myself. You know, and somehow my mother made it my fault. I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I did mess up."
Cause your ass why was you on the street? It was you. I'm gonna beat you alive?
And technically, I didn't even go that far into the street. Like once I went through the crosswalk, I stopped. But he kept he wasn't paying attention.
It's the turn right there.
Yeah,
you just veered. Yeah, I can't even hold you. Like I definitely go past the stop sign when I'm trying to stop.
Yeah, there's an actual stop line.
Yeah, there's a line right there.
Yeah. And it's been violated for years.
Yeah, definitely, because I violated plenty of times. But because it's like you feel like you can't see where they got the line at because the trees and all that stuff is right there. So you gotta pull up a little bit more, you know, so I can see.
Yeah, that shit was different.
Yeah, that is true.
Ain't nothing. Oh man, to think that far back, that was 27 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that was 27 years ago.
Well, at least you ain't really get hurt.
I thank God for my enormous side head and thick skull apparently because I literally walked away with a headache.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Now 9 times out of 10 I might have been concussed.
I'm pretty sure you had a concussion.
Black people don't go to the hospital unless it's really important. Like
you ain't died, so that's the reason why you ain't break no bones. Don't go to sleep. That was the remedy for you.
Exactly.
He can't go to sleep. Don't let him go to sleep.
Robitussin.
Don't let him go to sleep.
So, I mean, if you think about it, times is always progression, but they'll never be the same. Like, do you remember the 90s? Like, of course you were a lot younger, but do you remember in let's say the 2000s how the 90s
I remember
were?
like the late 90s to the 2000s. Everything was carefree. Like it wasn't. I mean, as a kid, nothing. You felt like you was worrying about a lot of shit, but you wasn't really worried about no real shit. Like, I would love to go back to that time where
carefree.
Yeah, like
no
all I gotta worry about is school. I tell my kids all the time, like, yo, all you have to do is work. I'm over here trying to figure out, dang, people need shoes, people need clothes, what's for dinner, breakfast, like. As a parent, it's so many things that run through your mind, especially with your kids, and as long as your household, then your car, health, everybody, doctor's appointments, like all of this stuff. And as a kid, you were just there, like going along with the process. Like you just know you got a doctor's appointment on this day, so you gotta go. Oh, you know, dinner time is at this time. You didn't have to prepare nothing. All you had to do was clean up and go to school and get good grades. That was it. Go out and play. Go outside and just have fun.
That was hard for a lot of people to even, at least for the school part. Everything else was kind of niche, you know?
Yeah, like go out and play. Like, ugh. I don't even like outside, but I would take having to go back outside any day. Like, not having to worry about nothing. Lord, and that's funny because I remember growing up, I'd just be so pressed to be like, I can't wait. Children, it sucks. Don't do it. Like,
this is not a threat. This is a forewarning to what adulthood is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to the day where I can like sit back on my porch and laugh at, how much I, had to go through to get to that point.
Yeah.
When it's just like I can sip iced tea and not do shit because now I'm content with my life and everything's where I want it to be.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff now I look back and laugh like, you was such a dumb bitch. Like, damn. You were so stupid. And I'm telling you, this is like 92% of my adulthood. So it's like, God, why did you make that choice? Why?
It's all about life experiences. You gotta look at it. Yeah, you gotta look at it like this. If you didn't make those mistakes, you couldn't be where you are right now.
That's very true.
So all that all that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
You know, you could, if you had the ability to rewind time, in my opinion, yeah, you can go back and try to fix those mistakes. But you know, would you come out better or would you come out worse from that?
Yeah.
You know, so at the end of the day, it's up to you to figure those things out.
Yeah, I want to change. I really want to change too much for real. I would just change certain decisions. I would keep the kids. Don't get me wrong. All that can stay the same because people have the perception of thinking that like a lot of the children, me having the kids or whatever, is the biggest thing that I would change from my life. Nah, the kids are fine. It's just in between decisions that I definitely would change.
Certain people you wasted time on, or
wasted time with, and then certain opportunities missed for stupid reasons. So it's just stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely had some encounters with some people that I think that left some mental scarring on me, or they were life lessons and not friends or associates. They just was like, I want you to learn what it's like to have a backstabber for 3 months of your life. You know what I'm saying? Or this is the type of people you don't want to be around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are the people you don't give rise to or lend money to and shit like that.
Definitely.
You know, so all rites of passage. You know, especially
make you smarter for the next time. So.
Exactly. I would also agree with not looking at your past as curse, but more blessings.
Yeah.
I don't have any kids myself, but I look forward to seeing a little version of myself one day.
Don't worry, it's gonna come. The headaches will be there. Okay. And then what you're gonna realize when you look at them like this and then they gonna have the nerve to look just like you. Yeah. And like, ugh. I was like, oh my God, was my mouth like that when I was growing up? Damn. Like sometimes when they do certain stuff, I don't even get mad because I'm like, that is me. Like that is me 1,000%. I yell all damn day.
Damn. And
then I hear Kari yelling at one, like, stop yelling at them, like stop yelling. And I be looking back like, all I do is yell. Like, that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It just be funny. So
has he took over as the leader of the Benson tribe?
Oh, he's Father Kari.
Father Kari?
Yes.
Okay.
He's Father Kari. He in charge. They know like what he say go. That's why when I'm cooking certain meals, I try to let the other kids eat first.
Okay.
Like I made chili for the first time the other night, so I tried to get the other kids to eat it before he came down to eat it. Because if he would have tried to, my kids are like me. I'm picky. If it don't even look appealing or something, I'm like I don't want it.
So that's how I've been when I'm going.
Yeah. If he be like nah, then they gonna be like no.
So they got it's a hive mind mentality basically.
Yeah. Like oh no, my brother not doing that, so I'm not gonna do that.
Wow.
And then it's 1 minute everybody friends, then everybody arguing. Like it's funny because it's just all of these different personalities. But I already told him.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Like me, I know that you came up in the house with siblings and family members, and you remember those times when, the parents was away and y'all did something stupid, and y'all had to figure out a plan to get out of getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Has that happened with the kids? Like, have you caught them doing something or came back and found like the house of disarray or something broken and they done came up with an excuse or a lie that you can tell?
There's so much stuff that happens, but they have definitely like they'll break something and they ain't nobody gonna claim it until I see it. Like when I put the curtains up, now the curtains messed up, but now they kind of try to like to blame everything on the babies. Matter of fact, here go one. Amari, I got him. He has an Xbox or whatever, so he was playing the game. I think he got mad and threw the controller at the TV. TV broke. Now, didn't say nothing. Didn't mention it. Didn't say anything. Just when it happened, he packed up his stuff out of the guest room and went back in his room. So I get up and the way I try to keep them separated, since the babies are like the same, they like to watch the same stuff. I make them watch TV in the guest room and let the other kids watch in their rooms. So I go in to try to, turn it on, and he's like, the baby broke the TV. Like, he broke the TV. I think he threw something at the TV. I had to sit and, like, think about it. Like, what could he possibly throw? Like, what could Jabari throw, like, at the TV to break the TV? And then I think he tried to blame it on Jazari. So now I'm about to ready to whoop ass, take names. Like, somebody about to get in trouble because now I got to buy a new television. I was like, nah, that don't make no sense. So now I got to turn back to him. What happened? Like, what happened? You need to tell me verbatim exactly what happened. He broke the TV. I broke the TV. Like, so I always get him, the way to make it to him to tell the truth is say, so if I play the video back that I got in here, I'm going to see who she broke the television. And it's funny because consciously, he knows that I don't got no goddamn camera on. But then again, at the same time, he like, damn, do she really got a camera in here? I was so pissed off. Like, what if I would have spanked her?
Yeah.
You the one, now you about to get your ass whooped because you not only did you lie, but you was about to get somebody else in trouble. For what? Because you got upset and you threw something at the TV because you got mad.
He's 8.
Damn, how old is he? Yeah, no, he's 9. 9. Kiara's 8. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's 9.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? So,
he is, they all do different stuff.
Were you as honest, as upfront as you are right now when you were 9?
When I was 9? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like if I broke, I don't know. Maybe not, because me and Timmy broke the what is that, the railing on the steps, slide down the steps with cardboard. Yeah. And we weren't trying to tell on each other, so we both, like, got a whooping that day. But we just really just act like, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
House is old.
Yeah, like, I don't know what happened. It was just coming down the steps and it broke.
I grew up with number snitches. When nobody want that smoke from my mother. Like, yeah, like, I used to come up with the most intricate way to make things go away without punishment. And they would fold as soon as she just inkled that she was going to grab Black Lightning, which was her belt at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Black Lightning.
Like, yes. So, yeah, like, I'm just like, look, just listen to me, and this is going to work. Because, like...
Try and make the plan.
Yeah, when it came up on the spot, I can maneuver this situation and make it where I'll be like, remember when such and such was moving that furniture and he bumped into the banister? I think that's how it got loose. And then when I had bumped into it earlier, it just came out the wall. Nah, Terrence was running and playing, and then this happened. I'm like, oh my God. It just never stopped. Oh. So, after that, plausible deniability. I don't know. I don't know. I say that same thing to police if I ever get stopped. What you doing here? I don't know. Here go my ID though. Right. That's no. We all gonna
get in trouble now.
Exactly.
Fuck it. But yeah, no. They're very interesting people.
Well, what would you say has been your proudest moment as a mother so far?
Seeing how much they look out for each other. Like, granted, they get on each other's nerves real bad, but I don't care what the situation may be. They not about to let nobody, like, do nothing to none of them. Like, at all. I don't care what the situation is. Like, you're going to get jumped.
You mess with one of us.
Yes, it's
you
all
mess
of
with
us.
all of us.
And wait till the little ones really get big enough, and they definitely going to be about it. Because them two, oh my gosh. Jabari, I'm definitely going to have to be worried about. Jazari, I ain't going to have to worry about her too much because she going to be able to hold her own. That attitude, oh, Oh God.
Once once Kari gets old enough, you know, the teachers probably won't even have to call you. They can go straight to him.
Yeah, that's his son. That's his son. So, but yeah, just how they look out for each other is how. I try to teach them that's the way it's supposed to be. Like,
Okay.
it's okay to have friends. It's okay to hang out with other people. But at the end of the day, none of that matters when it comes to your family. So, your friends doing something to your siblings, handle your friend.
Yeah.
And that's that.
Family first.
Mm-hmm.
That's key.
Always.
So do they like, have play dates with friends, or everyone pretty much just keeping to themselves?
This new generation, like,
Everything's online.
Kari want to play Fortnite. Amari wants to be like Kari, but he don't get the concept. He don't play Fortnite that well, so Kari be trying to leave him out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But Amari, they all just kind of be doing their own thing. If they go to like their cousin's house or something, but I don't be really liking a whole rack of people's kids or letting my kids go over people's house like that.
Yeah.
That's how I was brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know us. We wasn't really going over friends' house like that. You can go outside to play, but
Just about it.
you wasn't going to go stay the night at nobody's house.
Yeah. I think about it now. Last weekend when we threw that surprise cookout for my mother, I was just looking at my nieces and my great nieces and nephews, and I'm just like, y'all dry. Like, everyone out here is
On their
phone, or just looking at each other, or I'm like, man, there's like balls in the house. I'm pretty sure there's a net and some type of badminton toy or something. Like, there's so much stuff that we did compared to them, and it's just like, if it's not in your hand and in your control, you don't know anything else.
Yeah, I'm glad my kids still like to go outside and play. They was mad because David didn't take them to the park today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but they still like to go outside. It's just for them. Like, when they at home, they just be at home chilling. Like, but if they come here and it's nice out, you'll see them running around for a little bit. But these kids these days, it is definitely phone first, and then everything after.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I might have my phone in my hand most of the day, but I'm not doing it strictly for entertainment.
Yeah,
you know.
but it's not. It's real life conversations versus like internet stuff. Is like, it's not the same.
Mm-mm.
And the way to me, the way how the internet has been, it kind of fucked up a lot of stuff. Like, trying to get to know people now is very hard because people feel like they already know you. Just because we follow each other doesn't mean like you already know who I am, or you know me because I share some things, or you see me post some pictures and stuff. And then also the internet gives people the ability to hide who they are.
Yeah.
By creating like some type of facade, like that is not you at all.
So, have you experienced internet dating? Okay. And what was some highlights and negatives about that?
There was never a highlight. Was not near a highlight because it was just so weird. I was so against it at first, like even trying to talk to people, just like they don't have no conversation, nothing to talk about, nothing. Like, it is horrible.
Yeah.
People think conversation has to be sexual. Like, that's not conversing. Like, I'm well aware that you probably do want to fuck. Like, I'm well aware because if we're talking just through the internet, it's something about you has to attract me. I have to be attracted to you in some way, shape, or form. And that's it. But that's not how it's about to come off at first. Like, let's talk. Let's talk.
Engage.
Yeah. These niggas don't know how to talk at all.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and it's something that I've been thinking about, and I've been noticing, but you don't really hear it brought up in conversations, that a lot of dudes, they don't know how to converse with a female unless they trying to get at them. Like there isn't there isn't a lot of female friends for a lot of I don't want to say men, but boys in this generation because that's how they act. So of course they don't know how to actually hold a conversation or what a conversation really is. It's an exchange of pleasantries, ideas, a way to truly understand somebody. If you know how to read between the lines, you could really figure somebody out. But if all thing you know how to do is say, hey, what's up, you trying to smoke, oh, I got this 40, what's your cash app, then yeah.
I wish a nigga was trying to give me $40. What the hell? $40.
But you know what, because of thirst is the new norm, it's girls that put that in their bios. Like, okay, so years ago when I first started getting on POF,
oh God,
I had so many adventures. It was always 50-50 though. Some situations would be good, and then some will go horribly left. So I'm tell you about the first time I got catfish, right? So, talking to a girl, her profile had all these group pictures, and the description in the profile, like her bio or whatever, sounded kind of interesting, and the way she put like her height and her features and everything led me to believe that she was just one particular girl in the picture. So I'm like, cool. We talked for a few days. We exchanged numbers. We agreed to meet up and have dinner.
Oh, man.
So Friday night, just got paid. About to go have a good time. You know what I'm saying? And the way the conversation went, and you know what I'm saying, at least I thought, I was like, okay, this seemed like it's gonna be a decent situation. So I get to the bar. She says she's there already. Came a little early. I'm like, where you at? What do you have on? And she told me, so I'm looking for the person I see in the picture. Can't see her. What I do see is another person. So in the group of pictures, in the group pictures that was on the profile, there was this one person in the corner, kind of shaped like a pumpkin. Probably about 5'2", 5'3", and that's who I saw sitting at the bar. So I walked past her, and then I walked away, and I was like, no, I'm going to figure out why this just happened. So I sat down and I said, hey. She says, hey. And I'm like, so. And I put the phone up next to her face, and I'm like,
no.
So this isn't who I thought you were.
Damn.
So she tells me, well, I didn't know if you was going to find me attractive, or, we was having such a good, having nice conversation, and I was feeling just who you are, your personality and everything. I'm like, yeah, but, I didn't lie about who I was. And I've been in situations where I had to, keep lies away from me. But I said, we civilized adults. I came out here with the intention of having dinner, so this is what's going to happen. We're going to have our meal. We're going to have a nice conversation. And then at the end of the evening, I'm going to tell you good night, and you take care. And she said, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, let's just enjoy the evening.
You're nice, because I would have left.
So, but I didn't want to walk away with a negative, have her walk away with a negative taste in my mouth of me, because, she was unsure of herself. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
So I wanted her, subconsciously, I wanted her to be better than that. You don't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? Be true to yourself. And my next attempt actually went really well. She was good, but she was crazy. And I learned that dating women in my 30s that are in their 20s wasn't a good fit for me. Because they be on game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm not
trying to get a bag.
Somewhat. A lot of them, got that what's the name of that Kevin Hart movie? Think Like a Man mentality. You know what I'm saying? So their whole thing is, oh, I'm gonna do to you before you do to me, and I'm like, what? Why? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not lying to you. I have no reason to lie. Lying creates an atmosphere where you got to keep up with this lie because you're gonna put one on top of each other. My memory ain't that good to be keep lying to nobody.
I ain't a good
You know what
life.
I'm saying? So that was never me. So I said fuck it, and that's the way I carry myself now.
Yeah, internet dating is just trash. I mean, I don't want to say it's 100% trash, but like my boyfriend, I knew him before I actually started talking to him, but
Okay.
we started talking on Instagram. But
Ah.
I knew him like way back then, but we didn't talk back then.
So you got any bad date stories from somebody you met offline that you didn't know personally?
You said what kind of stories?
A bad date story?
Yeah, from somebody I met on offline.
Yeah.
Bro, got my first DUI off of somebody I met offline. Okay, let me clarify that my only DUI, but still, like I off of that. So, oh my god, yo, this was 2014. Like I remember that shit. Like,
Wow.
oh my god. And my father came. Was he living in down south then? I think so. Came up here. So I was talking to this dude or whatever. He was cool. I think I was just searching for like some type of companionship because of like the stuff that I was going through or whatever, which was a lot. So just being dumb and fast, I was like, oh yeah, all right, I'll come chill with you. So went to go chill with him. Yo, bro got me drunk.
Damn.
Drunk as fuck. Like, and that wasn't even my intent. Like, to get as busted as I was. But then, like, he just was like, getting a little too touchy and all this other shit. And I just had to dip.
Okay.
I didn't feel comfortable enough to stay. I was just like, oh my fucking God. Like, I was hit, though. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So I left. And I'm like, I can't stay where I'm at. I don't even know. Like, I can't sleep in the car here. Somebody probably robbed me in my car. So I'm thinking I can make it. Yo, my ass fell asleep at the light.
Oh.
Knocked out. Fell asleep at the fucking light. And all I hear is dun, dun, dun. And it like made me pop up. Lord. I was so fucked up. Like I was blessed down.
What was you drinking?
Shit, what was like Ciroc?
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Bust down.
That'll
like,
do it. Depending on how you blend it.
Nigga, straight. It was like shot games and horrible situation. Horrible. And that after that, I will not like I've never like talked to somebody and then like, oh, I'm gonna go see you like at your house and stuff like that. It'd be like, oh, go public.
Yeah.
Meet in public. Let's keep it chill or whatever. I was like, I ain't had nothing to do. I was like so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, my friend, she had to come pick me up. They try to make me do the sobriety test. I'm like, can I get my coat? It is so cold out here. I was like, I'm not going to pass. I said, I'm telling you, I'm not going to pass. It's freezing. He wanted me to get my coat, try to fucking take the goddamn test. Failed. Failed the shit out that test. Then, I remember calling my father, telling him that. He was like, damn. Like, he didn't have nothing to say. Damn. That shit was embarrassing.
Wow. I almost got a DUI one time, but it didn't work out that way. But actually, what happened was I was partying in Annapolis at the time.
Nigga, that's where I think I was coming through that way.
Yeah, my mid-20s was off the chain. I'll tell you that right now. This was
24.
2010 to 2012. Yeah, I was living it up.
I feel like your mid-20s, you do wild out. I don't know, maybe at me after 3 kids, I was just like, fuck him. Just full throttle, like, life. Like,
Yeah.
about to do everything I didn't get to do in the past 3 years.
Well,
I should have sat my ass the fuck down.
they say your 20s is for fucking up, your 30s is for getting your life together, and your 40s is when you start living.
Oh no, I can't wait to get my 40-year-old club card. I told these kids, I'm like, look, 40, I'm gone. Like, don't call me. I'm out here. Like, okay, I'm in the street. I'm for the streets at 40.
The streets.
At 40, okay?
Yeah, I feel you. So at that time, I was doing 2-3 bars a night.
Mm.
I'm pretty much lit, and I know when I get to my limit, it's time for me to go.
Mm.
So I'm coming off this on ramp. I'm getting on 50. I'm headed home, like 35 minutes away. Let me get down this road. Roop, hit the lights. Fuck. Now, I was already eating a chicken sandwich I got from this spot, and I'm like, this is going to help. I remember going on Facebook and making a video. Hey, y'all, I just got off ramp such and such. Just in case I don't make it home, tell everybody I got locked up out of Annapolis. And I posted the video. That was very stupid, but I thought it was smart at the time. Whatever. So, cop comes over. You know, we do the whole rigmarole. I told him what I was doing. He was like, you come from downtown? I'm like, yeah. He said, was you drinking? I said, yeah. Stopped drinking over 2 hours ago. This is how much alcohol I consume. He was like, okay, good. Let me run your information. I'll come back. He ran my information. He came back. He said, all right, buddy. Just got a couple things to go over, and then I'm gonna let you go. Gave me the test. I walked the line, no problem. He asked me to recite the alphabet backwards. What he didn't know is that as a precaution, I practice it weekly in case this situation happened. So when I got up to H, he was like, all right, you can stop. He said, what, did you practice that? I was like, nah, I guess I just know it. And he was like, all right, well, I just got one more thing to do and I'll let you go. He pulls out the machine. I'm like, fuck.
That's stupid. Just do the machine first. Because, like, either way, even if you pass the sobriety test, if the machine say something, I feel like they're going to lock you.
Yeah, so
I told him no, because I already knew I was pissed. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not taking that. I was like, nah.
So here go the funny thing. I passed the breathalyzer.
Oh, that was...
He was like, yeah, man, you came 4 points under the legal limit, so you good. Let me get your paperwork. I'll be right back. I'm like, I'm going home. He came back and gave me a $275 ticket for going 15 over the speed limit. I was like, and it wasn't no option to pay it. You had to go to court. Bitch ass nigga. Now I gotta take off work, come all the way back out to Annapolis to go to y'all court.
And they don't even have to show up out there. You gonna have to pay. You gonna have to just do whatever the judge says. Because I remember when I was going for my DUI, right? I was like, me and my lawyer was like, oh, I don't see him. I was like, I don't see him. Oh, this might get thrown out. And then he go to find out, yeah, they don't got to show up for court. I was like, the fuck? I was like, all right, PBJ.
Playing in action.
Fuck. PBJ. God damn.
Like, how long was it?
So this is the kicker, right? This is before now. Like, you have to get the breathalyzer in your car and all that other stuff. I'm so thankful, like, it was back then. So I got a PBJ, and I think, what's that, a year probation. But you had to go, fuck them. The NBA court, you had to go there. Mm-hmm. So I went there, and I'm sitting there, and mind you, I drove. And my license is fully suspended at this point.
Why do we do that? We drive to a class that's supposed to get our license back.
Right. No license. So I drove, but I tried to park far in case somebody try and watch me walk to my car. Yeah. So I go in there, and, the lady is reading off her, information or whatever, and she's like, okay, so in order to reinstate your license, you would have to get the breathalyzer in your car for a year. And I'm like, okay, all right. At that time, I'm just like, all right, whatever, sure. Until she started running off, it's $100 a month plus $50 every 3 months for a service fee or something like that to get it recalibrated or some shit. What? I was like, I said, so what's the other option? She was like, have your license suspended for 3 months. Suspend that shit. Suspend it, okay? Suspend it, because I was like, suspension versus having this shit in my car and about to damn near give y'all $1,200. Over $1,200.
Well, actually, it would have been, what, $1,800 with the fee? Nah.
I was like, suspend me. You are aware that if you get caught dropped, just suspend my license. It's okay. Just suspend it. It's over. So I would just go to work. Well, for the first couple weeks, I would just go to work and come home. Go to work, come home. After that, I was like, fuck that. I'm going out. Fuck this. Like, I was like, I know what went wrong. I was hit. Like, and mind, like, I was hit that day. Like, soup. Like, I don't even think I've ever been that hit and then wanted to drive. I only drove because I was like, oh, nah, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But I told them that. I was like, it was a really bad situation. So, I don't know what more y'all wanted. I felt the need that I had to leave. So, I was like, I don't regret it.
Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. If you don't feel safe or anything like that, it's time to go, you know? I'd rather deal with these consequences opposed to...
Yeah, what could have actually happened, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's definitely another life lesson. Like, girl, you just ready to have yourself some fun. Now look at you. Look at you.
So, what advice would you give a young lady that's, coming of age to avoid situations like that?
Don't fucking go to nobody's house that you don't fucking know, period. Like, you don't know. People are crazy. You want to get to know somebody, meet them in an outside setting for a while until you are very comfortable with being alone with them. And even still, let somebody know where the fuck you at. Because that situation could have been avoided if I would have just called somebody, come get me, and I'll come back and get my car.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. Like, I was just like, oh, I didn't want nobody to know, like, damn, I came all the way out here, like, just my own shit. Like, I done got myself in some mess. But, yeah, like, just be conscious of your situation and be smart. Because that shit I did was definitely dumb as fuck. Would not ever recommend that shit ever again.
Okay. So. Yeah. I'm always giving, my peers or my nephews game about life, about, avoiding certain situations, think about situations before you get into them, approach everything in life like it's a challenge. I'm not saying to go out there and, eyeball everybody like they're an enemy, but, really think about what you're doing.
You gotta be aware of your surroundings and stuff. Yeah,
like riding with certain people, knowing their situation. Like, are you riding in the car with somebody who has a suspended license? Do they know to have weapons on them? Don't put yourself in a situation where a simple ride to the store can get you locked up.
I tell my kids all the time, I don't give a fuck about how cool you think this motherfucker is. Like, you don't never have to do something you don't want to do because you want to hang with somebody. And if that person really fuck with you, they're never going to make you do something you don't want to do. Because growing up, I hung around people that smoke. Never smoked. Never smoked until I made the decision myself to smoke. Never smoked in high school. Didn't drink in high school. Didn't do none of that. But was around a lot of people that did stuff like that. But I didn't do it. Like, I didn't have to.
Yeah, you didn't feel the peer pressure like everybody else did.
It wasn't no need to what... You telling me I gotta smoke to fit in with you? Fuck, no. We could still be cool. And you can smoke all you want.
Yeah.
Because Tony is not your father. So, fuck that.
You ain't gotta go home to what I go home to.
Yeah, hell no. Then my father found out I'm smoking. Shit. Nah, I'm good.
I don't give a damn what I do. Do as I say, not as I do.
I'm good.
I would refrain from a backhand or a whooping, opposed to not being, allowed to go to parties or functions or be around friends. I mean, because at the end of the day, they didn't provide you with a roof over your head or a place to feel safe or, any type of upbringing,
I just think I've always been that comfortable being myself that I never felt like I had to do stuff like that. I was never searching to be
a get with
that girl. Like, I gotta be hanging with these girls. I'm still cool with these girls. Like I talk to y'all, but I'm not pressed to kick it with y'all. Like, I see what y'all are doing. I'm not even into shit like that. And I already know my upbringing. Not even rocking. Like,
Okay.
not happening. So, I mean, I did stupid shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm not about to act like I'm a perfect high school student. But it was never my father out here catching me with boys or nothing crazy like that.
The typical shit that you see on
like
social media.
Girls running out here to go, like, try to have sex and going to smoking and drinking. And I mean, I went to house parties and stuff, but still, I never did none of that stuff.
They don't even know about house parties no more.
How hot that motherfucker was. God damn. Hot as shit in there. Couldn't see or breathe. And that thing sweating, trying to throw your little butt back, breaking in your back, doing all like just looking hella dumb. Like, hot as hell. But, yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't getting into a lot of that stuff. I don't even know where the hell I would be if I was, like, smoking and drinking in high school. Like,
yeah, I mean, probably would have helped with your asthma.
nah.
No, I'm sorry. I think it affects bronchitis more than asthma, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that shit stink. It still do. I mean, I've dabbled a couple times, but it still stinks.
Yeah, I quit smoking cigarettes back in May.
Good.
Yeah, and you know, I had been wanting to quit for years, but then I just, you know, that's one thing that 2020 brought. It pushed me to a point to, you know, I started actually doing the things I've been having on my list of goals, you know. So, plus I feel as though one of these youngins is going to try me, and I don't want to be out of breath trying to whip their ass.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to dispose of them as quickly as possible.
That's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people should definitely do that. Cigarettes are disgusting.
Yeah. If I can get all the money back that I was spent on them.
Man, people don't even know how much money they fucking save if they stop smoking cigarettes. God damn.
I started buying cigarettes when they cost $2.50 a pack.
Them shit's like $6-7 now, ain't they?
They are, depending on where you at, $8 after tax.
Damn.
And up in New York, they like $17,
$17 for a pack of cigarettes?
Yep.
Oh, nah.
Yeah. And people buy them undisputedly.
Oh, hell nah. You breaking the entire $20 bill for a pack of Jacks? Ain't it like, what? How many in there? 16?
20. Yeah, damn near $1 a cigarette.
Damn.
Yeah, I was, I can laugh at it now, but then I don't want to say that I was a fiend, but that was a habit of mine. You know, and once I broke that habit, like literally, I started taking Chantix. Like the way that the prescription goes is, you smoke the initial week, and as you're taking the prescription, you start to lose the craving for nicotine. So by that second week, I didn't smoke, and then my cravings would go away. You know, descent throughout the month, and then like it'd be situations where, you know, I would get pissed off, and mentally I would, you know, grab a cigarette or something, or like I used to smoke every 2 hours, like just a habit I formed, and then I would find myself, you know, going to like sit on my portions every 2 hours, like, okay, now I got to break this mental thing because I wasn't craving them, you know, even still to
just what you did.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, like I vape and shit like that, but as far as like if I get pissed off or something fucked up happen, I don't be like, damn, I'm about to go smoke a cigarette. I find the smell disgusting now.
That's good.
Like I be like, damn. Like before I used to smell it and it didn't bother me, but now it does. You know what I'm saying? So that's one good thing that I could say came out real positive 2020.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Hand clap for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, pat on the back and all that
definitely.
Good stuff. So, what can you say that is a positive for you? I know that you've accomplished a lot of goals. You triumphed through a lot of adversity.
Definitely.
You know, so what would you think was something that you...
What have I accomplished? Shit, I don't even know. I feel like I've been in a goddamn box these past couple months. I guess I just accomplished more so like focusing on myself, putting myself first, and paying more attention to my needs and my mental space and positivity, the things I want to surround myself with, and trying to focus on my own goals because I have things that I want to do. And for a long time, I have to put stop. I can't do something because the kids. Stop. Gotta work kids, and basically that's my life. So just putting myself first now, and it feels really good. Like when you're a mother, like putting yourself first. When you say it out loud, you feel like it feels real selfish. Because you always want, like, oh, yeah, my kids come first. But when you realize, like, in this time, like, if I don't take care of me, I can't take care of them.
Yeah.
And then where the hell all my 5 kids gonna go?
You got to look at it like I am the foundation for their upbringing. If you don't have a firm foundation, then you'll fall into any type of scenario that you can't recover from, or could possibly just ruin the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So always remember that you have a invisible cape on that your kids, they can't see now, but they'll realize, hey, my mom was a trooper.
Yeah.
She was only 5'5", but she was out here making things happen like she was 7'2".
Oh no, they gonna pay up. Fuck all that.
Okay.
They owe me. I was like, look, when I get old, all y'all gonna need to have a space. I need a room. And when I start being mean, because I already know I'm gonna be a mean ass old lady. So when I start being mean, just pass me to the next sibling. That's it. Don't put me in no home, bruh. Y'all better have a home health aide already ready for me. Just pass my old ass around. Like, it's your week to have mom. Oh, nah, she tripping this week. She gotta come over there to you. So they got the rundown. Like, I ain't playing.
Hey, I agree. I don't look forward to being 70 and not being able to like move on my own.
I hope I'm like my grandma
Yeah.
and how old she is now. Like,
yeah, she's moving.
She be dry.
She's out. Your grandmother has been alive for 80 years.
Over
80 years. Think about what she's seen and done. She's out here moving like most people would tell somebody their age to sit down somewhere. She just out.
We be trying to tell her to sit down. She like, nah, she don't got time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right.
That's a blessing right
It
there.
definitely is. I'd be up super shit's creek without her. But so yeah, I definitely hope and pray that I'm as fortunate to be moving along and how she doing. So definitely looking like change lifestyle habits and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but fingers crossed.
Hey, I hear that. So, man, this has been dope.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I appreciate you being a guest on the show. Like I said, I know you needed to vent a little bit.
Yes, we got
but also,
therapy.
You know what I'm saying? I like your personality. I like your individuality. And I was like, you know what? This is somebody I need to, extend this pleasure to. And, I look forward to having you back on because I think that I'm going to get a lot of positive feedback from the insight that, you know what I'm saying, you dropped. Ladaria actually did something that was kind of embarrassing. I didn't know. She was kind of holding a grudge from something that happened when we were like kids. And she let that out. And I was like, all right, I'm going to let her say it. And I was listening to the recording. I'm like, okay, she was kind of beefing, and she decided to bring this up on the show.
She's like, "There's an opportunity. Let me let you know how I feel." Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Next time I talk to her, I'm gonna bring. I'm like, so you really felt some type of way about me?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it. And hey, when you want me back, I'll be right here.
So I was going to say, if you want to, share your social medias again, if you, looking for some, some new followers or possibly insights, let the people know where they can find you.
Sure, you can follow me at Instagram. It's 3 underscores, period. Yanni, YANIIIIII. Or shortcut, just spell Yanni with a bunch of I's and light skinned me will pop up. I'm on Twitter at Yanni what, Yanni who, and my Snapchat is Yanni, like Yanni, 2 I's, period, 2 I's.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know me. I am the Landover Legend, aka Big T, and you can find this podcast everywhere they are available. Currently, right now, we are streaming at Anchor FM, Spotify, Google Radio, Apple Radio, Breaker, and a couple other ones I can't think of. Pocket Cast, also. You can also find this podcast at YouTube at I Can't Make This Up. Also at Twitter, I Can't Make This Up PC. Instagram, I Can't Make This Up with a K, by the way. I can't with a K.
Be clear.
Can't make this up. At Facebook, Landover Presents, I Can't Make This Up. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in and, give me plenty of feedback, comments, likes, shares, all that good stuff, If there's anything negative, I'll take it under consideration. If I ain't feeling it, I'm just going to delete it. Anything positive, I'm going to share and shout you out, But until next time, you guys have a nice one. Peace.
Bye.